He had only accidentally snapped at his superior, and as a result, he was thrown straight into the frontline battlefield, without even knowing where the safety catch on his weapon was. Watching his teammates skillfully operate their exoskeleton mechs, he broke into a cold sweat, panic rising with every second. They weren't facing ordinary soldiers this time. Their enemy was a species of alien monsters, equipped with razor-sharp tentacles and immense offensive power. Humans were no match for them. 5 years ago, a meteor crash brought these creatures to the blue planet. From that moment on, the monsters unleashed a bloody rampage. In just 5 years, they had conquered numerous nations and killed nearly 1 million soldiers. The remaining humans, facing unprecedented danger, finally united, forming a massive coalition army to resist the monsters. They even developed highly advanced exoskeleton mechs to enhance their ability to fight back. But after years of pressure and repeated losses, the commander decided to gather all soldiers and monsters for a decisive showdown on the beach, a battle meant to finally end this long-standing conflict. Soon, an army of 1 million soldiers was assembled and ready to march toward the beach. Tom, the one who had crossed his superior, was among them, his face pale with nerves, drawing ridicule from his teammates.
There's a dead guy in it.
As his teammates laughed at him, a shell suddenly struck the transport plane. The cabin was breached, and several soldiers who hadn't even reached the battlefield were instantly killed, while the remaining troops were forced to make an early jump. But their ropes were still attached to the transport plane, spinning wildly in the air. Countless shells rained down like birdshot. Only when the plane was completely destroyed did their ropes finally snap, sending them plummeting toward the ground. Fortunately, the exoskeleton armor saved Tom's life. Around him, however, chaos reigned. Missiles streaked unpredictably through the air, transport planes were blown apart, and soldiers who had just celebrated a safe landing were instantly crushed into bloody messes. Tom had never seen anything like this. Frozen in shock, he could only follow the main force, charging forward among a sea of mech warriors amidst the horrifying carnage. Before he could even recover from the shock, a plane came hurtling toward him. He barely managed to dive into a nearby trench, narrowly escaping death. Then the monsters began a frenzied assault on the soldiers. They seemed almost prophetic, anticipating human counterattacks and striking with surgical precision. The humans were left powerless. Even the female war goddess, who had slain countless monsters, was instantly obliterated by a single rocket. Clearly, this time, they had severely underestimated the monster's strength.